Hello once again, grain traders. I'm meteorologist Sean Sublette for CropProphet, and it's time for the forecast of the forecast discussion for this Friday, August 29th, 2025, getting you ready for the weekend with the holy grail of weather commodities forecasting. We're going to look at what the ECMWF ensemble mean may look like the first of next week. So specifically, we're looking at the probability that the ECMWF ensemble mean on Monday morning will be warmer or cooler than normal. And of course, it's been cool for a lot of the country. That idea is very likely going to hold into next week. So not a big surprise here in our forecast of the forecast. These very high probabilities from West Texas across the Mid-South, all the way across the Corn Belt, the upper part of the upper peninsula of Michigan and extending into North Dakota. Very dominant signals that the model is going to come in cooler than normal. However, getting into week 2, there are more signs of that cooler air retreating, so the uncertainty is a lot higher. Remember, the white on the map shows you where we don't meet that 40% threshold of probability of cooler or warmer than normal. Having said that, we do see a couple of pockets here, 40 to 60% likelihood the model comes in normal, cooler than normal for the South Central Plains and West Texas. Similarly, here across the upper peninsula of Michigan, the only places we really see significant probabilities of warmer than normal across the wheat belt of Montana and the Pacific Northwest, and likewise across the southern part of the Florida Peninsula. Regarding precipitation, the week 1 forecast of the forecast has this 40 to 50% likelihood that the model comes in drier than normal for a lot of Illinois, which is still running a bit dry, likewise back into Iowa and right down the Mississippi Valley into the soybean belt here into Mississippi and Arkansas. Really the wetter signals confined to West Texas, coincident with some of those cooler signals, and a 40 to 50% likelihood the model comes in drier than normal for the wheat belt locations in North Dakota and as well as Montana. Then in week 2, again, a lot more uncertainty here in the white shade, but we do see this 40 to 50%, some places pushing 60% likelihood. Model comes in wetter than normal from a lot of the Florida Peninsula back to the central Gulf Coast and the Atlantic coast of Georgia and South Carolina. Couple of pockets of cooler than normal probabilities here into Montana and North Dakota, but otherwise a real absence of meeting that 40% threshold for a lot of the Corn Belt and the northern stretches of the soybean belt. And that's the forecast of the forecast for this Friday, August 29th, 2025. I'm meteorologist Sean Sublette for CropProphet. We'll take Monday off for the holiday and look back at the verification on Tuesday next week. Otherwise, have a great Labor Day weekend.